Dear colleagues, this is a case of leathery cataract in a small pupil, pseudo-exfoliation syndrome and all that stuff. All the good stuff that we like in small pupil cases. So I do the paracentesis and then with irrigation in one side port by AC maintainer. I use the cystotom to have an opening into the anterior capsule. It's very important to develop your skills and be able to do a capsulorhexis underneath the iris. When you have this kind of small pupils and leathery cataracts, hard cataracts, it's very important to have a large capsulorhexis. So developing your skills to be able to do the capsulorhexis larger than the pupil is very, very important in these cases. Will make all the difference. And you notice where the capsulorhexis is by looking at the plan of the anterior capsule, doing the hydrodissection. And then I prefer in these small pupil cases to do the stop and chop technique. I find that is a safer method, safer way of taking out the cataract in my hands. Having a leathery nucleus, trying to do a larger trench in order to be able to go with the sleeve of the phaco needle a little bit deeper in the middle of the pupil, so I will have a deep trench in the middle, and that will make cracking of the nucleus easier. Notice the fact that I rotate the chopper a little bit to have as much contact with the nucleus when I do the cracking, and going deep inside the trench when I pull the instruments away from each other, and making sure the crack is all the way through the posterior plate in this leathery case and make all the difference. You see the posterior capsule when you have an entirely cracked nucleus. When you have the posterior plate of the nucleus split, you'll see the posterior capsule and the red reflex through that crack of the nucleus. And I do a T-shape trench here, and having one heminucleus split into two parts. It's getting the phacoemulsification at lower risk level. And then it's pretty straightforward, the phacoemulsification, as long as we keep the nucleus in the phaco needle in the middle of the pupil, and then use the chopper to feed the phaco tip with the pieces and do a lot of chopping, will speed up the phacoemulsification process. Having a leathery cataract will mean that you have to pay attention to the fluctuation on the anterior capsule, and especially do not rush to the surgery. Take your time and be patient, and do everything in slow motion, because these leathery cataracts tend to occlude the phaco tip, and then surges can occur, and heating up the phaco needle and wound burn can occur. So that's why you have to really chop a lot, so the the pieces will get more aspirated and emulsified. And taking your time and do this very methodically will ensure that you'll have a good surgery. And most of the cortex is out. I'll have another piece here at 12 o'clock, and then injecting the IOL under irrigation from the AC maintainer, and using the injector to place inside the bag. Even the trailing haptic will help you out. Taking out the viscoelastic at the end of the surgery, and that's pretty much it. I hope this will help in your practice also. Thank you for your attention.